actually spoke about wells. And the theme of wells and water in our lives, and the Spirit of God, obviously, as symbolic of water, has been with us from day one. And as we have grown in our understanding of what the Lord wants to say and do, we have felt that there are many people who have blocked wells. If your life is likened to a well, then there is stuff in your life that is blocked, and a well can block at the surface, and it might be, let's call it a minor surface issue that is causing a block, or it could be a very deep down issue in your heart and life. And I'm just going to ask Gabriel just to bring my notes over there. My wonderful wife. Not that I don't have a wife that's not wonderful. If you have a Bible and you want to turn to Genesis 26:18, we have the story of Isaac going around unblocking wells that his father Abraham had built. Genesis 26:18, Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug in the time of his father Abraham. Now watch these words. Which the Philistines had stopped up after Abram died. And he gave them the same names his father gave them. Which the Philistines have stopped up. Philistines were the enemies. Which the enemy has stopped up in you. Filled up so that it stopped you in ministry. Filled up so that it has stopped you emotionally. And we're absolutely convinced that there is stuff, and your life can be likened to a blocked up well. Now it's interesting, there were three things, and I had to rely on commentaries to find this, that they used to do to block up a well. One was throw sand in, although they used to throw that at the very beginning and at the very end. The second thing was to throw rocks or blocks down the well. And remember, we're not talking about a pipe this size. We're talking about a thing this size that people could climb in and dig. Throwing big boulders in. And the third one was to take an animal, kill it, let it start to rot, and then throw the dead carcass down in there, so that it poisoned the water. And each of us have either got sand or big blocks or poisonous stuff that people have put into our lives or that we've allowed to come into our lives. And a blocked well for those folk was ruinous. I mean, if that's your one and only source of water, you can kill the family. Just throw a few carcasses down and you've poisoned the family and the animals. And I want to tell you, a blocked well, spiritually and emotionally in ministry, is poisonous. It is ruinous. And you cannot function effectively when there's a blocked well. And so I am going to draw for you some, and I'm not a very good artist here, and name some of the stones or the blocks or the poisoned carcasses. And the way I see these blocked wells is that people throw stuff into the well and you allow stuff to fall into the well. It's not all I can blame my church leadership or my spouse or my kid or my boss or my whoever. It is often that you have allowed it. And you might have almost believed something about yourself and thrown it into your own well. And that is a lie of the devil that you've allowed to get into your life. But you've also put stuff into that well that's caused a block. So let me try and draw it.
But the most obvious one was to throw big rocks and boulders into those wells. And you actually just have to get the right configuration of big boulders and rocks and nothing. You can actually get up and down. And this becomes stopped. And I love the fact that the NIV uses the word stop. It's like life stops, ministry stops, I stop. I get into a dry and barren place. What I find very interesting is that Isaac chose to go back and not dig a new well next to his father's well. But he said, you know what? My dad's well has worked over time. It's a good well. And your life is good. God set you aside. God called you. If it's got messed up, don't say, I've got to start a whole brand new and all that. Just go sort the well out. And stop the well. Because it's a good well. It's a good well. Your life is good. God chose you. God has anointed you. You don't need to say, oh, well, track on this, everything. Start all over. Go back to the wells that your fathers dug. Because they're good wells. And they work well. So, let's just list some of these, and these are in no particular order. These are some of the blocks that go into the well. Bitterness. If you allow bitterness into your life, you will find it is a poison that will destroy every other relationship. Now you might say, well, it's just me. It will infect others around you. Your bitterness is going to be poisonous in your life and in the church's life. And it may be bitterness towards somebody in the church or some leadership or some past issue. And it may be bitterness towards a family member, towards your spouse, towards kids, towards somebody, towards a parent in your life. There may be undealt with bitterness that is poisonous in your life. Another one, anger. And anger and bitterness are obviously has the same root. But anger is so destructive. And often we don't recognize our anger. Often things are happening and you just sense you're generally a bit mad. That anger is such a block in ministry. It is going to prevent the flow of the Spirit in your life. To allow residual anger. Now, I want you to listen very carefully when I say this next one. Symptoms of depression can be another block, or another rock, or another poison, or sand in the life. I'm not saying there wasn't a valid cause somewhere in your life for hurt. But again, if those symptoms of depression are not dealt with, and they can be dealt with spiritually, emotionally, and medically, and physically, are left to go undealt with, they will cause a block or a poison in your life. Addictions. And as pastors, we get very spiritual about this whole issue, and we pretend we don't have it. And because it's not spiritual to say I have some sort of addiction. But I mean, even in the younger set, I see a whole addiction to social media that is all pervasive and is sometimes absolutely destructive in a sense, in terms of what it does. Substance abuse, porn addictions, lust, social media, whatever. It is a huge issue. It occurs, I want to say in the life of every pastor, but the potential for it is in every one of us here, male or female. Absolutely, it is there. It's just, it's too broad to talk about. And it's like, that's unspiritual, we can't go there, we just got to play the fake game on that issue. But it's a major, major block in ministry and in your own life, emotionally. Dysfunctional relationships. I don't know what hurts from the past are there, but dysfunctional relationships will cause chaos in the world here. And if there is continual conflict that arises, and you're always finding yourself close to conflict, or you say, I don't know why people are so conflictual, there are blocks. And those blocks or those poisons need to be dealt with. Here's another one that, again, won't be easily acknowledged, but rebellion. You can get so angry with God, you can get yourself in a place spiritually towards a spouse, a child, a parent, a leader, church leaders, people in the congregation, that you actually rebel against them. And that rebellion is destructive. It is a rock, it is a poison, and it will prevent the real flow of ministry. I'm seeing so much more of childhood abuse and the rejection that goes with that. Maybe as a child, and it's too sore for you to even talk about it. Somebody threw the rocks of abuse into your life. Whether it was sexual, emotional, or verbal abuse. But it has left you scarred. I want to tell you where that rock is. That rock of abuse is deep down here. It is way down in the bottom there.
almost like, let's call it subterranean. And unless that thing is dealt with, it is going to paralyze ministry. You could name others. I want to put one more down, and that is fear. And I've left fear to the last. Because there can be a good fear. But fear is an issue in ministry that blocks us in life. Fear of what others might say, fear of what others might think, and then the all-consuming fear that leads to no freedom in your life, the all-consuming fear that even can result in sort of obsessive compulsive disorder. These are the rocks and the poisonous animals that God has given me to name this morning. There may be others. But I want to encourage you to deal with this while you're here. I really do believe this is something the Lord gave. And as a team we felt this is the time right at the beginning of this conference to put it in. To say we want to help you deal with it yourself. Hear me. We can't take the rock out. We can help you lift it out. But you've got to say, God, in Jesus' name. We can walk with you. But you have to come to that place of saying, I want God. And the ministry teams this afternoon, if you're not comfortable with the word deliverance, then call it removing some of these rocks. Whatever. But don't be ashamed to name them and call in front of the team. Because that's where the healing starts. I want to tell you a story. At Living Hope, we started to do some farming. And we decided to get a really good borehole. And so we started to drill. And somewhere around 35 meters, we got to this, and we had water at 35 meters. It was quite good. And then we hit a layer of rock. And I mean, like a serious layer of rock. It turned out to be about 5 meters of rock. But they kept on drilling through and drilling through and drilling through. And as they got to 41 meters, you know what happened to the drill? The drill literally bounced up. And the water exploded from under there. So much so that we have an artesian well. I don't know what that was. Basically, it means you don't need a pump. You just need a lid. You take the lid off and the water's out. And I'm telling you, some of you are artesian wells down. But you have this absolute layer of rock that is so hard that you've never allowed the Spirit of God to drill through. You've never allowed anybody to go there. Not those closest to you, not anybody. And when the Spirit of God penetrates that, you will be a well of water springing up to eternal life. I mean, it just comes out and flows away. So that's what we want to share with you. To say, we believe God can do this for you. We believe God is able to do this for you here, this week. And we are praying that God would unblock your well. And you may hear us over the course of the next few days talking about unblocking. But this is what we're talking about. This is what we're praying will go in your life and be gone. And you would walk away from this time here with all this stuff dealt with.
absolutely convinced that we're transparent and open and honest, ministry will look different. As we were just praying before this meeting, I always sensed that this well was a personal well. And as we were praying, it was just like the Lord saying, you know what? This well can also be at the church. You serve. The church that you're part of is also a blocked well. And in the church, there's bitterness, anger, symptoms of depression, addictions, dysfunctional relationships, hurt, conflict, rebellion, abuse, rejection, fear. And there may be need for some of this to happen within the life of your leadership and in the life of your church. Up until this morning, there was a focus on self. But I really sense we could replicate this and say your church also is a blocked well. So the Lord bless you. I'm going to ask Tristan to come and lead us in a time of worship. It's just as you allow this to soak into your life, right now and through the conference, I just pray that God